BBC Radio Lincolnshire. It's Hope and Glory, Michael Appleton with us. So I would have thought difficult result to take, obviously with the leads that you had in the game, but also the chances that you created just before their winning goal.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, big disappointment. You can imagine the players are a little bit flat in the dressing room, and we've got to make sure that we find a way of picking them up for the Rotherham game, and we will do that because there'll be a lot that gets missed today. There'll be a lot that people forget about today because of what happened at the end, and it just probably shows where we're at in terms of we've conceded a winner in the 90 odd minute from a shot that was probably going to go out for a throw-in or a corner or a goal kick, sorry, and it's deflating, absolutely deflating, because there was a lot of positive today. Some of our attacking play was excellent, created numerous chances, played some good football against a decent side. We just didn't make them work hard enough for the goals that they scored.
I mean, a few weeks ago we were bemoaning lack of goals, but being defensively, reasonably solid. It's turned around on its head. You're obviously scoring the goals. If I said to you 2 weeks ago, you score 4 goals, you'd have said, thanks, I'll have 3 or 4 points for that.
Yeah, absolutely, and you just got to believe that eventually will turn and change, and turn the screw will be on the other foot rather than against us. Because, like I said, there was so much to sort of be pleased with today. The players will be absolutely kicking themselves, as I am, at the goals we've conceded, but ultimately you can take pressure off defenders and take pressure off yourself as a team if you put your chances away, and I think at 2-1 up today we've missed 2 or 3 incredible opportunities to go 3-1 ahead, and eventually that's what's hurt us in the end.
At the positive at the start, you made the most of their errors to get your lead. Yeah,
we did, and obviously they got lucky on a couple of occasions as well, where again, I suppose it's the season they're having, the season we're having. There was 2 or 3 other occasions where it sort of ricocheted into their path instead of into ours, and I think the pressing from the front from the players was really good, and that's what gave us the platform to go and perform in that first half as well as we did.
When it happened, I wondered if it was going to be key, but Conor McGrandles with Scott Twine in the first half. Conor McGrandles gets a yellow card. By my understanding, maybe I'm wrong, but if you raise your hands to an opponent, in your day it probably wasn't a red card, but nowadays it's a red. Was Scott Twine, who scored the winning goal with a wire deflection, lucky to be on?
Listen, he probably was in terms of the laws of the game, but I've got no problem with that. And at the end of the day, if one of my players got sent off for that, I'd be disappointed. I get what you're saying, but ultimately it used to be a physical sport. It's gone out of the game a little bit now, but no, listen, it's in my eyes that's a booking. Like saying the laws of the game, maybe it's a red, but the kid's a good footballer, and he's shown the reason why there's a hell of a lot of people looking at him in a minute.
And it was some deflection, really, wasn't it? Like you said, it was probably going to go out into the co-op.
Yeah, it was, and again, that's where we're at. If we come in and we take a point out of the game, and you can reflect on it and go, okay, you're 2-0 up, but you've conceded 2, but we're up against a decent side today, and if we'd taken a point out of the game, knowing the opportunities that we've missed today, I think I would have been reasonably pleased, knowing that there's more to come.
You've had 25 minutes with the players in there afterwards. I understand you've shown them the goals conceded as well. Did you feel it's quite an important conversation to have, particularly bearing in mind with Cheltenham and how that finished as well, looking forward to the next 2?
Yeah, because I just wanted to get the disappointment side of it out of the way really, really quickly, because, very, very beginning to start this conversation, we spoke about there'll be so much lost that was good about today because of the result and the goals, and I know the result and the goals are probably the most important thing, but the reality is it's what happens before that and what happens that you can do to affect it. So we could have affected them scoring 3 goals today by making sure that we go and get the 3rd or the 4th or whatever it may be early doors, and we didn't, and that's obviously cost us.
It feels a bit like it's a flash of thing. You're usually very sort of straight back with me in most of your answers, but it feels like this has been a tough one particularly to take.
Well, it is, because it's like less than half an hour after the game, and obviously we were 2-0 up, so I think if you lose in games and you haven't played particularly well and nothing's particularly happened for you in the game, and the players have been a little bit flat, but that wasn't the case today. We went toe-to-toe with them, and I just think they haven't done enough to win the game today, and we've allowed them to win the game. And sometimes when you're on a poor run of form in terms of what results suggest they can go against you. You know, last year we would have probably been on the other foot. You know, we would have been the one winning in the 90th minute, but it isn't. But you can't I think it's important to sort of feel disappointment now, and you know, there's no point trying to be sort of too positive about it, because you want the players to know that it's not right and we want to do better. But we'll come again come Wednesday, whenever the game is, and we'll be ready for the game. Obviously they've had a disappointing result today, they want to put that right, and they've got a good opportunity to do that at home. But you know, we're not too bad away from home. We picked up some decent results this year.
Just ask you about one selection, if that's okay. TJ playing at right back and Regan playing centre half. Tomo, an old centre half, was saying he could see in Regan, if he wanted to, he could be a centre half. Is that something you see long term, or is this more because of the injuries you have and the situation that you're where you are with, you know, TJ, who people would think is a centre half, and Regan playing centre half?
A little bit of both, really. I think probably, you know, from Regan's point of view, he's used to playing the right side of the free, in a three at the back or five at the back, so he's more than capable of doing it. I just wanted his passing ability in them central areas to get us out of trouble when we needed it, and I thought he did it really, really well. And you know, I thought his performance was excellent today. As I thought TJ, you know, we've seen in TJ in training over the last 2 weeks what we've seen last season, the performances we've seen last season, and again I thought his performance today was excellent, and yeah, hopefully he can continue that over the next few games.